Alright, so it's close to 4 o'clock. I was up around 2. Um, that's just not true. It was more like 1. Yeah, it was up around 1. Um, and I was just about to get out of bed. Um, I got up, I got something to do. Something small to eat with my pills. Um, I watched a vlog, and I was gonna move over to the other room. When I noticed the smell of gas reappear. This is I'm dealing with. This is the perfect example of what happens when you put unintelligent people in charge of building maintenance. I've explained to them repeatedly that I'm concerned about a methane leak. And they come down and they put a carbon monoxide detector in. Even though I've explained to them over and over again that the issue is methane. That is the gas before they burn it. And it seems like as far as I can tell, what's happened is this. They turned the furnace off. And then they came in and they put the carbon monoxide detector in. And then they turned the furnace back on. And the smell of methane came back. Because they thought that that was addressing the issue. Because they're not able to understand that the smell of methane comes with unburnt gas. And so I have the windows open once again. And the fan running. There's still a possibility that the issue may resolve itself within a short amount of time. Because it seems like it's when they turn the gas off and on, right? If they turn the gas on and they leave it on, then, this kind of overflow or whatever it is, overflow leakage might fix itself quickly. If it carries on, well, we'll find out soon, right? I guess I'm going to give it 24 hours. A little less than that. If I'm still getting a methane smell tomorrow, I guess I'll have to go out in the morning and get myself a methane detector. And kind of go from there, sort of thing. For right now, I can't mix with the windows open and the fan running. It's not the windows open that's the problem, it's the fan running, right? So, I'm going to content myself with a little bit of editing for a bit. I'm going to want to get a bagel at some point and kind of wait it out, sort of thing. Like I say, if I'm lucky, it's gone by like midnight-ish, right? And if I'm not, I guess I'll have to go and take steps to dealing with it myself starting in the morning. Find out. Hey, I don't know how the gas will get in here. So let me take a walk outside and see if I can figure that out. Apparently, there's easy way to check for leaks just using like bubbles. Using dish soap. But let me see if I can figure out like where it's coming in from, so that I can figure that out first. I'm I'm obviously not going to get a lot of help from my landlord here. I'm going to have to do this myself. And I don't really want to spend $100 on a detector, so let's see if I can find an easier way to do this. I mean, what I'm experiencing almost suggests to me that the leak is outside, right? So if the gas is coming in, like let's say it's like right out there, then if that's where the leak is, then when I open the window, I'm getting more air in, but I'm also getting more smell in, right? So let me take a walk out there and see if I can find it. Okay, so I'm thinking that looks to me like it's probably the gas. That makes sense to me. It says gas on there. Okay, so where the gas is coming in. It's faint, but it's also cold. It is the same smell. So it's the same smell except a lot fainter right now. So you can see how it might because my bedroom window's over on this side, right? My window's over here. Damn squirrel. My window's back there, right? So you can see how if it came out, it might come around there. Are there recycle bins back here after all? Oh, there's some garbage. Okay. The garbage that I don't use ever. Okay. What is this? It's not gas. Okay. Is there another gas in out here somewhere? That's the vent for the bathroom there. Right. But I can feel it coming out. Where's that other one come from? Is it here? I don't know where the fan is. I can hear it, but I don't know where it goes. Suppose it probably comes out through here. Okay, so we can see that if I had there's my bedroom right there. So if it was leaky out here and it was really smelly, the only other thing is maybe it was I gotta wonder if maybe it's not also or even primarily a leak over here. Do I see any gas? I don't. It's not on this side, right? So, yeah. Okay. Well, I found it. Let me see if I can understand. Is it supposed to be quiet like that? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'm convincing myself of something. There have been days where the smell is like overwhelming, like super, super strong, and it's not like that right now. So I don't hear anything. I don't really smell anything. I think that was a whiff of cigarettes. Cigarette smoke is carbon monoxide. It's the same, or exhaled smoke. It's the same. I guess inhale, it's the same thing, right? Yeah. So it if I was to have a cigarette downstairs, my alarm would probably go off. I'm not having a lot of evidence here. Let's go downstairs and follow my nose a little more closely. Okay, so when I came in from outside, the smell had passed at some time in between when I turned the fan on when I came back in. So, it's at least consistent. It doesn't smell outside. It doesn't smell inside. I don't know. Maybe somebody had a big crap. See, that's the thing. If the smell has so many different causes, so many different sources, right? All I know is that I was feeling kind of lightheaded. It smelled like gas, and I felt lightheaded, so I opened the window. I'm still not. Yeah, I don't think there's anything to do but just forget about it for now. When the smell comes back a little bit more profoundly, I'm gonna want to take a run to see if I can find the source. It might just be the air pollution, but I'm not totally convinced. Right now, I can't trace anything to anything. So let's keep the windows closed. Let's get the heat down a little, and see if we can get back to work. Today has been a frustrating day. I don't really want to blame anything. It's my own fault, but I got something to eat. Smoothie. Late. I spent too much time staring at the monitor. Although, I mean, it's 9 o'clock, and I'm not getting started until 9, but I didn't wake up until 1, so it's not the worst, but it's, I wanted this to be done by midnight so that I can stop and get some pills and have a bagel at midnight. That was my plan this afternoon. We'll see how much I get, or how close I get. It's not going to be very close. That's pretty clear. Rather than sit around and complain, let's just move forwards. And let's just do it. I'm still a little bit grouchy, though. The smell is not, like, it's faded. Like, you know, it's still there, but it's not prominent. I'm not having difficulty breathing or anything, so. I think I'm more concerned about the possibility that I'm going to make. I'm not going to use the stove for a couple of days, but it's going to get cold for a couple of days, and it's just. That's the other thing is I was considering going to a show tomorrow night. I wanted to get this done. If I don't get this done, I'm not going. So let's hope I get this done. What the hell did I do this afternoon? I was over on 2. Just a vlog. It was like I was gonna move over at like 4ish. And then I went outside and checked, and that was like 5 something. And then I did upload some Reacts stuff, but that wasn't time consuming. I sat on the internet and read some stuff about like DAPL. I had a smoothie. I think I spent a lot of time just staring at the wall, though, too. Enough. See, here's the thing. I'm flustered, right? And when I'm flustered, it's like you can't listen when you're flustered. It's cold in here, too. I may bail. Let's see if I can. Actually, you know what? Don't listen to the next section. I already know what it's just math. Okay. Actually, you know what? That's probably exactly what I need to just like center is just, do some fucking math. I do long division. If you give me a piece of paper with some long division on it, I do it. I'm just like, carry the one. And it's just like, I would actually, it would probably make me feel better. Do some binomial expansions. That's actually not complicated at high school. Anyways, let's just do it. Well, it's a little after midnight. Excuse me. A little after midnight, and I am stopping to eat. As promised. Did I get all 3 done? I got 1 done. It was all math, except listening a little bit at the end. It was mathematically clipping, but not audibly clipping. It's one of those situations. It sounds okay. Actually, it sounds better than okay. It sounds great. So, I'm gonna go and upload that, and then I'm gonna have my bagel, and then I'm gonna come back. My head's starting to hurt, meaning that the background smell is probably not coincidental. Right now, it's more important that I get this finished. To be flat blunt with you. And I want to wait until I get a. Yeah. Before I do anything rash, I want to wait until I get like a strong signal, a strong smell. Right. So, right now, let's get something to eat. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and upload this too. So maybe if I'm lucky when I come back, I'll feel a little bit better. Maybe I'm hungry. I don't think so. There's a pattern, right? But let's be optimistic here. Right. I had 3 things I wanted done tonight. I got 1 of them done. So it's a good start. Okay, so it's a little after 3. I just came back in to work on the last 2 mixes, and I realized that the process here is going to be a little bit more complicated because I've already it's the logic of it's the routing logic. I had done the other ones in a specific way and it built on top of itself, but this last mix it's not really going to be possible to do that. So I'm going to need to take a closer look at it and figure out what the way I want to route these different channels is. And I just kind of shut down when I saw it. This is actually a short day, to be frank with you. I've only been awake for 12 hours. Well, 14. That's not so short, I guess. I guess if you wake up at 7 and you go to bed at 9, that's kind of short. Maybe I was frustrated. I don't know. I know it seems like I'm gonna pass out, so I'm out.